Hi, and welcome to First Presbyterian Church of Fairfield. I'm Wendy Rappel, and I'm a member of the church. And today we're going to walk you through the steps that we need to take for in-person worship. Now, like many churches and businesses and organizations, the church has been shuttered for the last several months because of COVID-19. And we're very excited that we're opening up again. But we need to open up safely. The state has provided us with guidelines, and today we're going to go through those guidelines for the new way we're going to worship in person. Probably the biggest change is that now we have a screening process, and that means we're all going to have to go through one door for that screening. And that door is door number 4, located at the back of the church across from the parlor. When you pull in through the church driveway, a volunteer will direct you to park toward the back of the church on either side. There is a small parking lot at the back of the church, and we're asking that if you're healthy and able, please leave those spaces for people who might have trouble walking. We're asking you to arrive a little bit earlier than you might normally do so we can get you through the screening process and into the sanctuary. Volunteers will be here at 9:30 ready to check you in. After you park, put on your mask and walk to door number 4. Everyone is required to wear masks, and if you forget yours, don't worry, we'll have extra masks available. As you approach a door, a volunteer is going to be there and ask you a few questions as part of a health screening. Those questions are, within the past 2 weeks, have you had contact with individuals with known COVID-19 symptoms or infection? Do you have fevers or chills? And do you have a new cough or difficulty breathing? If you answer yes to any of those questions, we'll ask you to return home and worship from there. We will continue to provide virtual church for those who prefer to stay at home. You'll move on and you'll have your temperature taken. A volunteer will hold a touchless thermometer to your forehead. If you fall within the guidelines, you'll move on. Once you've entered door number 4, you'll see a table with a volunteer who will register you. Don't be offended if we don't recognize you right away. With masks, it's not always easy to know who's who. If you're a visitor, we'll ask for your phone number. And this is for contact tracing purposes only. Next, you'll move on to the hand sanitizer. We've installed touchless hand sanitizers in the church. Once you have your hands sanitized, you're done. Take a bulletin and walk through Brooks Hall and enter through the back of the sanctuary. The reason for this is to keep the flow moving through the church. If you have trouble walking, we will have a shortcut for you, but for the most part, we're asking you to walk around. Inside the sanctuary, you'll notice that we have every other row of pews roped off. You'll be directed by the ushers on where to sit. Family units will be seated 6 feet apart from other family units. Participants will be seated in every other row. Likely, you will not have your regular spot. After the service, you're going to wait for the usher to tell you when it's your time to leave, so please stay right there until you're done. You can exit through the front door of the church, through Brooks Hall, or back through the parlor door. Please, as a reminder, remember to wear your mask at all times while walking through church. You may take them off for a short while if you're sitting in the pews, but we encourage you to keep them on if possible. Our goal is to keep everyone as safe as possible while worshiping together. We're excited to see you again. It's been a very long time since we've been together, and we look forward to having in-person worship again. But remember, we have to follow the guidelines and stay safe. We look forward to seeing everyone again soon.